What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody can hear me. This is your boy, the Sports Doctor Spock, and welcome to one more of my lives here on SportsDrSpock Radio. Here today, we got a few things to discuss. My man Malik Beasley has been cleared of all federal charges. Dr. Umar is potentially losing his school, and two comedians have harsh words for each other. And that's, I guess, where we'll start. Faizon Love was just recently on DJ Vlad, and he has some very interesting things to say. You can find this video on DJ Vlad, or if you want to listen to me talk over it live, you can find it on my the Sports Dr. Spock YouTube channel. I have a link for it in the description box as soon as I get done. But let's take a listen to the video right now. Let's go ahead. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
What is going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock, Mickey Coleman, and as you can see, that is my man, Aerie Spears. Aerie Spears has been.
I'm going to learn how to actually play the videos too.
After his recent comments about rap legend, West Coast legend Ice Cube. And one of the people giving them feedback, or a little pushback, I should say, is my man Faizon Love, another comedian and actor. You might know him from Friday. He played Big Worm in Friday and numerous other projects, including playing Sweet. I said Big Smoke before, but he played Sweet in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So this is Aries responding.
Faizon has been in a lot of things. He was in a show with Robert Townsend and many more things. I just, for whatever reason, when I get on camera, I forget all the shit that Faizon has done. But Faizon is an accomplished actor, comedian. So I don't want anybody to feel like that I'm slighting Faizon. Go ahead.
So Faizon and some of his comments he made in defense of Ice Cube. Let's take it away. This is from DJ Vlad.
Oh, Faizon Love was here yesterday. Oh, he shouldn't be saying anything right now.
Damn.
Faizon Love was here yesterday. He's got no room to talk at all. Faizon is my man. I love Faizon. He has some words to say. So, of course. So, to preface this, I'm going to play you just part of the clip because it's a little bit longer. To preface what he was saying was he was talking about having a conversation with Ice Cube on the phone about the new Friday movie, right? And at one point, he threw you into the conversation. Let me go ahead and play it. I don't even believe he threw me into that conversation. Well, let me just play it for you.
I was like, hey, Q, why don't we put that raccoon motherfucker that be on Vlad?
He's being funny. He didn't say that to him.
I know that's your guy, that raccoon. He's such a dick. It's not even a dick. He just hates the West Coast.
It's not true.
Raccoon.
Okay, so
that's not true. He got that raccoon from the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, which to me is one of the best podcasts ever.
Shout out Corey, Darlene, Craig, Nail.
Corey Holcomb calls Aries the gooey raccoon.
And everybody else that's a part of the 5150 show.
Raccoon blood.
As part of the interview, he basically says that he doesn't like Ice Cube as a rapper or an actor.
Let's just do this. What would the culture be without an Ice Cube? NWA, Eazy-E, Chris Tucker, Faizon Love, Mike Epps.
We got it. Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Hey, Cat Williams.
That was his first movie. This is why I say people are stupid motherfuckers, including that blimp motherfucker. Because like,
The thing about Aries, what y'all don't know about Aries is Aries ain't really scared to say whatever's on.
He ain't scared to say whatever's on his mind, but two fat motherfuckers talk because Aries ain't skinny either. Now, he ain't got quite the girth of Faizon does. So I guess he can kind of talk about Faizon being fat because he's not as fat.
It's mine. Whether it's popular or not, if he feels it, that's the way he feels.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll battle you if you make him on his opinion. Now, his opinion was, very unpopular because as far as West Coast rap goes, or rap period, Cube.
I'm gonna stop saying in these videos so goddamn much.
Top tier.
Like I can't speak.
Especially 89, 90, 91, 92, Ice Cube was probably might have been considered by many the best in the business.
Yeah, maybe at that time.
So I think Aerie was a little wrong when it came to that, but there's nothing wrong with Aerie's voicing his opinion.
Listen, if I'm a dick, he's the head of a dick. His whole body is shaped like a penis's head. And listen, we know the people are gonna always come at me. Corey Holcomb, Faizon Love. There was a nigga named, I shouldn't even give this nigga no love, Scruncho.
I know
Scruncho.
If you watch the 5150 show, you ever listen to Corey Holcomb, he speaks on Scruncho as well.
Yeah. This nigga who I hit him up in his DMs. He never replied back. I said, let me tell you something, man. I've never disrespected you. Never had any ill will towards you. I've never said anything about you. But I know what you're doing. You're riding off the coattails of my name to hopefully get a clip that goes viral. Because in the clip, Scruncho says Aerie Spears is trash for the Ice Cube thing. Now, again, I've never attacked Scruncho. When he's shown up at the Ontario Improv, when I've been there for a weekend, and without permission, he's in the fucking green room, I say, yo, what up, dog? I don't go, hey, man, this is my green room. Fuck out of here. I'm polite. I'm cordial.
Most comedians would.
The funny part was, and this is why I go, people, we're at a stage in life where we overuse and abuse words. Words like legend. Words like hate. Before they start the clip, the guy goes, all right, y'all. Right now, we're going to have my man commentate on the Aerie Spears Ice Cube controversy, the legendary Scruncho. Word.
Y'all should see the look on his face when he said it.
Based on what?
Y'all should see the look on his face when he says it. Word.
Scruncho is outside of the local ghetto community of comedy.
I know who he is because he got into with TK Kirkland back then.
Okay.
That's how I know.
Not because of the movies, not because of a TV career, not because of stand-up. But let me go back to what I'm saying originally.
Scruncho is funny.
Yeah, I think Scruncho is funny. Yeah.
Aries just don't like the West Coast. That's not true. I love the West Coast. Matter of fact, there are interviews where I go, listen, I'm a New Yorker. But when I go back to New York, 2-3 days, I'm going to get the fuck up out of there. LA is home for me. I've been here since 93. Everything that became mine as a man, first car, first crib, first everything. I love the West Coast. And he goes, I've heard people go, he don't like West Coast rappers. I love Snoop. Snoop's my man. Numbers on my cell phone. I work with Snoop. I call Snoop. Tupac. I love Tupac. Even though he's really technically from the East. I love Tupac. So this whole...
Yeah, Tupac, I guess, is from New York City or Baltimore, in that area. So I guess he repped West Coast hard once he got to Death Row. Hard. He was repping LA and he repped Oakland hard before that.
When people take shit and totally exaggerate it, there's no perspective. Faizon just actually proved my point. How could he
Matter of fact, Pac was cool with a lot of them Oakland rappers. Pac was very cool with the legendary Spice One, E40. What's my man named Richie Rich? All of them. Ant Banks, Too Short, all of them was cool with Pac.
With the contribution did I not say that? Did I not say what he gave to the game culturally, particularly the West Coast? So what the fuck is Faizon talking about? And pound for pound, I'm saying this. Hey, Faizon, nigga, if you ever think you can out-funny me, I'll pound for pound blow your ass into oblivion, nigga. You don't even have the depth or the range that I fucking have. You fat fucking booger. Concentrate on your situation you're going through.
So who do y'all think is funnier? Would you give it to Faizon Love? Or would you give it to Aerie Spears?
Well, I could play the rest of the clip where he asked what you contributed and I actually started mentioning the things you contribute. You want to play?
I don't need you to do that. I know how my Superman cape hangs.
I mentioned Mad TV and I mentioned your stand-up.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
He's a hell of a stand-up comedian.
36 years I've been in this game. 36 years.
Right. I just don't want you to think that I'm letting.
Right. What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, what y'all think?
And what do you think about, first of all, what do you think about Aerie Spears' opinion on Cube as an actor and a rapper? And what do you think about Faizon and DL Hughley and everybody else who's coming after or giving Aries backlash? My thing is, I think Aries is entitled to his opinion. And is Aries funnier than Faizon Love?
Perhaps. Maybe.
Actually, maybe.
Yeah.
But
probably, actually.
That remains to be seen. Why don't y'all go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you have not, and get with me this Saturday for my Saturday morning.
Yeah, for my Saturday morning wrestling on the Sports Dr. Spock channel. I want to get into now Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley has been cleared now of federal gambling charges and is now possibly ready to be signed as a free agent in the NBA. He doesn't have an NBA contract yet. When these charges came about, the Pistons were going to offer him a big money deal, 3 years at about $45 million. That deal had to be taken off of the table because they didn't know what was going to be going on with Malik amidst these gambling charges, these illegal federal gambling charges. I am very happy for Malik Beasley because if you've been listening to the news, he owes his barber all kinds of money. It's rumored he got kicked out of evicted from his downtown Detroit apartment. And, just all kinds of things. It seems to be happening bad with this dude. I think I read that he might have been going through a divorce also before the federal gambling charges came up, but he's free of those. So now he's able to sign with any team. Now, I would like for him to sign back with the Pistons, selfishly me. As selfish as that sounds. But we pretty much already replaced him with two people, Karis LeVert and sharpshooting Duncan Robinson. Now, if we do have for roster spot open, but Malik will have to take a lot less money than some other teams right now can give him. Brooklyn can give him a little bit more money, and a couple other teams can give him a lot more money. All the Pistons can really give him is about $7.5 million. Now, he happens to really like the city. He said he really liked Detroit and was looking forward to signing back here, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen because I think that he's going to go somewhere else because they can offer him almost twice the money that Detroit can offer him right now. Detroit can't offer him but $7.5 million. I think if a team offers him 9 or 10, as late as it is in free agency, he's probably he may be the most valuable player left out there right now. I think he may get paid a little bit more because Detroit was about to throw a bag at him before he got in trouble. But like I said, I am glad for Malik. I wish you the best, man. Hopefully you can come back here. But if you can, I get it, because you got to make some money. You got to make some money. You got to pay that barber who be keeping that dude so fresh. But in all seriousness, I'm glad the brother is clear because I hate to see somebody with such a bright future and such a promising NBA career. Has already had a nice NBA career. I would hate to see it come to an end like that. It doesn't make sense. So I'm glad he's been cleared of all charges. Now, for the main event. We are just a few days away from the August 25th deadline for Dr. Umar Johnson and the city of Wilmington, Delaware, they plan on auctioning off the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy for Boys in Wilmington because he hasn't paid his vacant lot or his vacant building taxes or wherever. Now, Umar had a lot to say about this, and we'll get into it right now because this shit is a damn shame, to be honest. Now, I'm somebody that roots for Dr. Umar. I'm somebody that roots for Dr. Umar. I am somebody who roots for Dr. Umar. But this is just some fishy shit. Let's get into the video. Come on. This is just, I'm going to learn how to do the visuals. And when I do, this will be a little bit more entertaining. But like I said, I'm learning. So let's get into the video. It's maybe y'all can at least hear the audios to this.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Sports Dr. Spock. Coleman.
That's me.
And right there is brother Umar Johnson, who finds himself in a little bit of financial trouble as his school, the FDMG Academy, is in danger of being auctioned off in just a few days from now on August 25th. Now let's see what Dr. Umar has to say about this.
To announcement.
Hit that like button if you're still in here.
Still frozen. Dr. Umar's personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG.
Niggas and bitches.
Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund.
Only twice.
We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are...
Why must he say shit 3 times? Talk about allow me to repeat myself 3 times. His name is Prince of Pan African. The Prince of Panda Express.
Not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the...
If y'all want to send money to his PayPal for the FDMG Academy, you heard with it. At least
links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar.
Here's his number.
215-989-9858.
Did y'all get that? So y'all can go ahead and send them the money, and hopefully they be able to keep the FDMG Academy open.
On August the 5th, brothers and sisters.
Matter of fact, it ain't even open. Hopefully you can keep him running a vacant building, and maybe one of these days, before we're all elderly, this motherfucker open the school.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were
one problem I have with this is it's always something when it comes to this school not being open. You're always this short, or it's always some type of shortcoming. And now they want to auction off your school because you're behind in taxes. When you own any type of property, you know that you have to pay taxes on it every year. You know this. And if you don't, eventually they will take the property away and auction it off so they can recoup some of the money at least that you owe them because they need that money for their pockets. To run some of the city services. That's why you pay taxes. But go on, carry on.
We're not notified of this. This past weekend.
And I know you know
email. This past weekend.
Right. You know that taxes are due every year if you ever own any type of property, residential or commercial, whatever. You got to pay taxes on that land. Pretty much no matter where you live in the United States. And I guess including Delaware, as we're finding out here, you've got to pay taxes every year on that land.
Without a letter in the mail. This past weekend.
No, that part is unfair.
The city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question?
What's that, by Monday?
Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our...
Yes, I just said it. You know this shit is due every year. You didn't have to build it 6 years. Now, somebody on TikTok, as I cut up one of my shorts and put a short of it on TikTok, said, how come he didn't fill out the paperwork for it? That city has to tax the vacant properties because the owners keep them vacant properties not even running in a city, and it creates a blight. And, you know, other crime might be there. Somebody might set up a spot in your or crack house in your vacant property. So if you want to keep having a vacant property in certain cities, in that city especially, you're gonna have to pay that registration fee. Go ahead.
Our schools, like I just said before, you know that you should be paying taxes on property that you own every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know this. So how are you surprised when they're trying to auction off your shit? Because I actually root for this brother. I think he's a brilliant person. But if it smell like a scam, look like a scam, taste like a scam, what do you think it is? It ain't oxtails. It's a damn scam.
Behind our backs.
And the more he talks, and the longer we wait, after all this money has been given to him, and he's had a building for 5 or 6 years and still no school, the more it looks like a damn scam.
They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick.
That would be me, a
YouTubian front door
struggle
streamer. To the struggle streamer.
Ain't nobody sending no bullshit.
If you niggas on YouTube is actually doing stupid shit like that, you're pathetic.
And it's true. For you to go out your way that far to troll anybody, it's some weak shit to me. It's some pathetic mama living in mama's basement type shit. If you're doing shit like that. If this is true. Now, Umar don't always seem to be the most honest person. So if that's true, you niggas is fucked up for that.
You're fucking pathetic. Watch you even try to sabotage this man if the way he's saying right here is true. Because I actually think that he actually did try to open this building. But for some reason, it still ain't open, and now it's turned into a fucking scam. Whether he intentionally scammed or not, it's a scam now because we've been waiting 6 years for him to open up this school, or longer than that. We've been waiting over a decade for him to open this school, and he hasn't. Meanwhile, schools are being opened by people without the type of notoriety or the money that he had all over this country.
But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our school.
Keep listening to this shit, though.
They put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the
That's how
front
bootleg
door
is fucked, don't
with
it?
a rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, it gets worse. Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fee.
See that? See, you hear that? He found out back in April that he owed overdue fees.
I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your nonprofit.
Y'all heard that. Now, he said he's had this building 6.5 years. Okay, if they waive the first 4 years, that means either you owe for 2 years, or them first 2 years you probably paid. So you kind of had a good idea that you might owe this money. If what you said is true, maybe I'm misunderstanding it. You know, I don't have a PhD like this dude. Oh, by the way, ladies, Dr. Umar says for $500 to help save the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy. This money is going toward the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy. For $500, Umar Johnson will take you out to lunch anywhere you want to go. He said he'll pay after you leave the donation. He'll pay for the lunch, but you can hang out, ladies. You can have a lunch date with Umar Johnson for $500 to help save the FDMG Academy. You could get repeated self-dick. Now, this dude is basically pimping himself out for $500. If you pay enough money, you can get some of that Pan-African dick, ladies. So you can get some of that Pan-African dick, ladies. You can get some of that Pan-African dick, ladies, if you pay enough money on your lunch steak to the FDMG. So cougars out there, if you got some bread and you want to sleep with somebody famous, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson, is selling that dick for a good cause.
Vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing.
If you will owe nothing and they only do it for 4 years, that means you probably paid the first couple of years.
We would owe absolutely nothing. But
okay, so it's not necessarily it's a tax because he's operating a vacant building that he hasn't paid, but he still knows that it needs to be paid every year because it's a 4-year waiver. He says he's had the school 6 years. So if that's the case, it sounds like maybe you paid them the first couple of years, so you know that when they're due. So it can't be that big of a surprise that you're 4 years behind. Go ahead.
I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for 4 months. They ignored our emails for 4 months. They ignored our phone calls for 4 months. And instead, the first time I hear from them since April, the first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years, so we would owe absolutely nothing. They ignored me.
And if you owe absolutely nothing and you've had the school 6 years, that means you paid the first couple of years, so you know that they're due. Now, let's just say, I'm going to say I believe you. When it comes to I tried to get in contact with them and they ignored you for all this time. I'm sure the city of Wilmington has a municipal campus or a municipal building, a city hall or something that you could go down to and speak to them in person, or at least attempt to speak to them in person. If you had told me you tried to do that along with all this other stuff, I would have a little bit of an easier time believing this story. I would. I have a little bit easier time believing this story. But if I call a business, I email a business, and I'm in that town with the business and they're ignoring me, I go up there. Mm-hmm. I know you got a car, you sitting in it now. Why didn't you go up there if you couldn't get in contact with these people?
Me since April.
Does that make sense? If you're in the town anyway and you got this letter, and it's late August now, you said that you got this letter April 5th. If you can't get in touch with them, and I know you travel a lot, if you can't, but you're in Wilmington a lot too. If you can't get in touch with them by email, and you've tried numerous times, if you can't get in touch with them over the phone, and you've tried, if they're not returning your USPS mail, your paper mail, and you're in that city sometimes, I know Wilmington, like I said, has a municipal campus or a city hall. Go down there and see what's up. Why didn't you go down there? That I thought I posed a good question right there. Why not? Now, as much as I do root for this dude, and I do, I can't help but have questions. I can't help it. Go ahead and finish up.
They ignored me since April.
Then take your ass up there.
No phone call, no email, nothing in the postal mail since April.
Did you go up there?
And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school, affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use.
And if you didn't pay,
And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver.
Right, they take your shit.
We should have a waiver.
For people who don't know, who don't own property, if you don't pay your water bill, the city, the water department can take your property. So if he decided not to pay that water bill, he will have lost the property too.
It gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising.
At least where I'm
vacant
from,
property registration fee.
they can take your property.
They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. I'm going to say it again. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year.
Oh, so you better hurry up
Brothers
and
and
pay what
sisters,
you owe.
I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City.
No, you want to go up there with a bunch of other folks and march when it's time for you to actually lose the property. When if you had went up there, there'd been a chance that they wouldn't be able to ignore you and you might not be losing the property. Now you want to march. It ain't 1965 no fucking more. Jesus Christ. Don't you niggas get tired of all this fucking marching? Shit. Much as you motherfuckers have gout and bunions and arthritis and diabetes trying to march with this motherfucker, he couldn't take his ass up there to see about this bill a long time ago.
City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is, racism. Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver? I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community, they love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far.
Then why'd you go there?
I said, why take your ass up
You
there?
had enough money where you could have found another building, fixed it up, and had a school open, but you needed this big, elaborate building. Now, there's another brother that's also, you can find
Listen to this,
on
y'all.
YouTube, named Q Butter, who has a school, and you don't even know him. You know Umar, but a lot of people don't really even know Q Butter, who runs a school called Science Institute. Just
K through 12.
His second campus. And around the time, Umar been trying to open up one. Now, he opened up his second campus. He has one, I believe, in Brooklyn, New York, and another one somewhere down south. I'm sorry, Q, if I forget exactly where it is, but it's called. He has a second location without nowhere near the money Umar got. Umar, you could have opened up a small school and then build it up because you're getting tuition, and the school gets an endowment from what you needed to do. But I know you said you wanted to do all these things for the school, but you had to go on what the money you got from the community. If the money you got from the community didn't quite match up with what you needed to do, you should have just spent the money, what you ended up doing anyway, got a building.
See, like Dr. Umar said to Q, he wasn't trying to run the same type of school. But like I said, you only had so much money. You didn't have the money for the big campus that you wanted to buy originally. Okay, so what you do is you buy a smaller building. And like Q Butler has done, you open up another bigger facility. And the tuition that the people pay, I heard, for Q Butler School has dropped because he's got a second location. His school did well enough where he could have got a second location. Now, you saw you only got so much money for the community, so your big elaborate school couldn't work at first. You take what you have, and once people see that you're running a school and that you need more money so you can make it better, you probably would have got it. See, people now, you have to show things. Like, they can't just hear you saying a bunch of shit that you want to do this and this and that, and this and this and that, and this and this and that. Especially with the notoriety you have, you could have opened up a school like Q Brothers, and then people would have, after they saw that was working, they would have gave you. I know I would have gave you a lot more money because I see that you're actually doing something. You took the money and unfortunately got a damn abandoned building that you are probably, although let's pray that he don't, is about to lose for vacant property taxes.
In a different place where you might have been a little bit more welcome, since you knew they didn't really want you in Wilmington. You could have had the school anywhere else in the country. Mm-hmm. You could have did that. But you went to Wilmington, and for some reason they hating on you when it comes to the taxes or the vacant registration or whatever it is called on this video. And now, after all that money that's been donated, you in danger of losing this damn school. Unless they donate you the money or upgrade your bank account.
Us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far. As to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far. To ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor.
Niggas love marching, don't they?
I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So,
all right, while this dude is in his car right then, saying he emailed all these people and got no response. He's in his car right now. He could have turned off the damn camera and drove his ass up to the municipal building and tried to see somebody there. But no, he wants everybody in the Wilmington area to come down there and march on City Hall, where he could have went down there his goddamn self.
Brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team, and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters across the entire planet.
Nigga, pull off right now, go.
Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this.
Start your car and go.
We wouldn't have been treated
Up there
like
yourself.
this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you want to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we
has a
receive
point
a certified
there.
letter?
But who
Why
knows if they
we
didn't receive one?
an email?
If he didn't receive a certified letter, that's another good point, because that's how most businesses, the IRS, the city, or a lot of government agencies or hospitals
Or lawyers.
send out overdue bills through certified mail. So if he didn't get a certified letter, even though you know this shit need to be paid, because you knew way back in April that you owe this money. You knew in April you owed this money. And you didn't hear nothing from nobody about it. So you go up there. Again, why you ain't go up there?
Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to give in.
You gonna go up
The
there
only
and
thing
merge
left
after
on
they
the
snatch
elementary
you.
school is to lay down the tile. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply.
Yeah, nigga, we get it. All you need to do is lay down the tile, and you can open the school. But if it's been 6.5 years since he got the building, and now everybody who's saying he wasn't going to open the school is pretty much right. After, when a lot of people, and I didn't hear but a couple people do this, they congratulated him when he got the building. Oh, he got the building. Oh, that's right. Oh, it needs work. Okay. We're now even more years. The kids you wanted to go to his school got fucking master degrees now. The kids that you wanted to go to his school are adults now. They're already ready to graduate at least high school. They might have been first graders when he first had the idea, but they're pretty much done with schooling now. And after all these years, over overdue fees, he's going to lose this building. It ain't even a school. It's just a building. Goddamn shame.
A certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march.
Oh, God.
We
Just
will have
go
to
up
march.
there.
We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware.
Well, they ignored you.
Demand that those unjust fees be removed. Let them know.
I said, why they ignored him.
Let them know you are a supporter of FDMG. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, text message only. 215-989-9858, text message only. 215-989-9858, text message only. This is your brother, Dr. Umar Tunde. letting you know that I'm still standing for black people. I'm still riding for black boys. And we will open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Okay, cool. Another thing, if his account's is still frozen and he was supposed to get refunded in 4 days, I wonder why it's still frozen. It sounds like the feds might be looking at you, Dr. Umar. Y'all might need to wait a little bit before you send this dude some more money, because the feds might be looking at Dr. Umar and they might be trying to lock him up. That's how it's kind of sounding to me, and that would be sad, because I know from coming from just this video, y'all would think that I don't like Dr. Umar, but that ain't the case at all.
It's not.
I actually got a lot of respect for Dr. Umar because I think he's brilliant.
I do.
Which is why it's hard to believe his story right now, because I know he's intelligent and he knows. I believe he kind of knows how to handle business. I'm starting to doubt him now, but he probably needs some more help. But he knows that if you can't, I'm going to repeat myself again, if you can't get them on the phone or email or U.S. mail, go up there. If you can't get them on the phone, email, or U.S. mail, you go up there. If you can't get them on the phone by mail or U.S. mail, go up there. What do y'all think about this, man? Y'all leave y'all comments in the description box.
Leave comments now. The one person is here.
On his side. And I ain't actually against him. I still hope that this shit is not a scam and he actually opens up this building. But I ain't sending this dude no more money until that school is open. But right now, that's in jeopardy. And in fact, most people saying it ain't gonna happen. But he got us to give him all this money before. So maybe we'll pull together and give him the money. Oh my God.
I ain't giving this nigga
I would
shit.
send this nigga money for a pack of downloaders right now to keep his school open. I guess he needs $40,000 or so to keep the school open or to keep the building. And then he said he's got to lay the floors and then finally the school will be open. Okay. Whatever. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock. Don't forget to hit that like button and some.
Okay, I'm going to say this. If he ever opened up this school, after I just said that I wouldn't send this nigga no money even for a pack of annihilators or anything, if the school was actually opened, I would happily send him money. I would happily send him money. I would happily send him money. But all the money we sent him before, and he's about to lose that damn building. Wow. So what y'all think of this week's live? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock. I am going to be out for now. Don't forget to check out the other channel. It's called The Sports Doc Spock. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of my live on Sports Doc Spock Radio. There'll be more to come. I'm going to try to go live a little bit more often, at least once or twice a week. But I have new content coming out every day on this channel. If you're new to it, I got shorts coming out on this channel every day. My only long-form videos on this channel will be these lives. But on the other channel, Sports Doc Spock, the Sports Dr. Spock, I have other long-form videos just like the one you just heard right there. My name is Mickey Coleman, the Sports Dr. Spock, and I am out for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.